I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. So, you know the Hive? Well, the Hive has a leaderboard, and if you do /leaderboard, it will open it up, and you can go and check on one, and I looked at a particular one, survival game. And whenever you look at it, the numbers there are pretty high. But whenever you check to see, you know, what position you are, you scroll all the way down, and it only goes to 100. So I made it my goal to get onto that leaderboard. And just in case, I went and I checked on the Hive website to see if their leaderboard was any different, but no, it was actually exactly the same as the in-game leaderboard. Now, here's the problem. I have something called a life, and that is something that these players clearly do not have. And here's just my little take on whether you have a life or not. Welcome to Clannish Brick's game show on whether you have a life or not. Now here's the things. I go to school. I'm actually in middle school, if you didn't know. I play 3 sports. That includes soccer, volleyball, and track. I play instruments that includes double bass, as well as I play percussion for my school. For clubs, I'm in National Junior Honor Society. I'm actually the vice president of it at my school, so and I'm not an orphan, so that crosses out family. Well, I'm making this video, so I do play video games, so I'm gonna leave that open. And for religion, this is probably the biggest one. Well, I'm a PK, which, if you don't know what that stands for, that's a pastor's kid. So yeah, I'm kind of one of those people that has to know how to play an instrument. Also, you know, is pretty involved in church, so I'm gonna cross that off. Now, so I have a 6 out of 7 life. Now let's see what these people on the leaderboard have. Number 1, most of the people on the leaderboards don't go to school, mostly because they're full-grown adults. 2, they probably don't play sports if they have enough time to win that many games. And for the very same reason, basically checks off instruments, clubs, and probably religion. And back to that, they're probably college or adult age people. Yeah, they probably aren't staying with their family, or they're just living in someone's basement. And I'm just saying, but these guys are the sweatiest people ever. Like, how long have you been playing this video game? Which is exactly why it's basically impossible to get on the permanent leaderboard, but I think it might just be possible to get onto the monthly leaderboard. And here's why. At the end of October, the monthly leaderboard, place number 100, had about 120 wins. Now, that is pretty good. That averages about 4 wins a day. Now, that doesn't sound that bad, but then whenever you find out that the average game of survival games takes about 10 to 15 minutes, so that's 15 times 4, that's a full hour a day. Now, I don't know about you, but back to that life thing, like, come on. And I'm just saying, 4 wins a day isn't really even enough to get that, because in November there's 30 days. If I would have to get 5 a day just to get 150, like, I would barely be on the leaderboard. So my best solution is to do about 4.5 wins a day, and even more if I can and just have extra time that day. But that's still gonna take a very long time, especially whenever I have other things to do in the day. Now, I crafted a solution. So, in the game of survival games, if I go around killing everyone, at my fastest time is about 5 to 8 minutes. I very, very rarely ever get 5 minutes though. It's normally about 8 to 10 then, and that still is gonna take a little while. Another solution I crafted was that whenever you look at the leaderboard, a lot of them have a lot more wins than they have death matches, which means that they kill everyone before deathmatch, which in this run I ended up getting a 6-minute win, which is really good, but I ended up also having to go through deathmatch, which, you know, like, it makes it look really hard to get to deathmatch. that's another thing where those players, you know, they're probably a little bit better than me, even though I did, you know, I completed the game in 6 minutes. That's like that doesn't happen often. Now for the rest of this video is mostly just gonna be the run where I ended up getting the 6-minute win, and I was locked in, so I wasn't talking the entire time, so that's why there's really no commentary. And yeah, I also just wanted to mention one more solution. So, you know, if I average about 8 minutes a game, and, you know, in this game I got 10 kills, if I had a partner and someone as equally good as me, and we both got about maybe 7 kills, then we would eliminate the entire game before deathmatch in probably like 70% of the time. Like, it probably wouldn't even be close. So one idea I had is that my good friend Bloop Games, which is unsurprisingly actually better than me at video games, could come and help me a little bit with survival games. Now, we do have different schedules, so, you know, we might be able to every now and then do that, but most of the time it will probably just be me soloing. Now, just take into account, I am not just teleporting around. I did actually take cuts in the video just to make it not as boring. And just remember that most of the time didn't go into actually killing people. It actually went into running around and looking for them. Now, normally, if you're not very smart, people could just run from you, and you know you can't really do anything. They could just run for like forever. But if you are smart enough, like I was in this, you can keep them from running from you. As you can see, they did actually try to run from me, but you can keep them from doing that and just kill them normally. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. I might post a few videos of me grinding towards getting on the leaderboard.